President Bola Tinubu swears in 7 new ministers.
For us, it was a challenge when a nation was servicing its debt with 97%.
Nasarawa state government abolishes local government joint account. And Court of Appeal on freezes accounts of former Chief Justice of Nigeria. Hello and welcome to the Late Evening News at 11, Nta News24 reaching you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. My name is Justin Bemwi. President Bola Tinubu has directed the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice to facilitate the immediate release of the minors facing trial in connection to the recent protests in some northern states. Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, after meeting with the President, announced this to State House correspondents.
The President has directed that these children, these minors, be released immediately. This is, of course, without prejudice to whatever legal processes there are. Of course, if you look at this issue, there is the legal side of it, but there is also the human angle, the humanitarian side of it. Mr. President has directed that whatever the circumstances are, let the minors be released. They can, of course, continue whatever process there are, if indeed there are, as stipulated by our laws. But the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs has been directed by the President to ensure that they have safe return and reunion to their family members. And like I said earlier, if there are any infractions being committed by any law enforcement officer or any official of government, a disciplinary action will be taken against such person.
Nigeria and the United Kingdom, UK, have agreed to establishment of strategic partnerships in 6 key areas. This is part of the outcomes of President Bola Tinubu as he received the UK Secretary of State for Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Affairs, David Lammy, in the State House this Monday. State House correspondent Musbaudan will have us details.
UK Member of Parliament and Secretary of State for Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Affairs, David Lammy, is visiting Africa in this capacity for the first time. The largest economy on the continent and most populous black nation globally feeds his first peak. President Bola Tinubu too was elated to receive him. And for this, the President said Nigeria is fully committed to actualizing renewed agreements with the United Kingdom in areas that directly impact on the livelihood of citizens such as arts, culture, trade and security. He noted that bilateral relations with the United Kingdom remain strategic for the country and the government would support partnership for growth. And so, President Tinubu urged the United Kingdom to strengthen relations with Africa by showing more interest in some of the conflicts affecting countries like Republic of Sudan, particularly the humanitarian issues. And after the meeting behind closed doors, Nigeria's Foreign Affairs Minister Yusuf Tugga and the guest announced a milestone agreement between the two countries.
I'm pleased to announce today the establishment of a strategic partnership between our two countries, which will facilitate greater collaboration through 6 key pillars: growth and jobs, enhanced national security cooperation, ensuring the safety, security, and dignity of our citizens, strengthening our international cooperation, a modernized development partnership, and sustained people-to-people links.
And in a volatile world, I believe that we will cement our historic friendship with Nigeria that enables us to pursue shared goals together. Nigeria is the first country I visited in Africa as Foreign Secretary because of the importance I place on our relationship. This includes, of course, the people-to-people, many people. I've grown up with many Nigerians in the North London constituency of Tottenham that I represent, but the potential also to increase our trade over time and our shared Commonwealth membership and our cooperation on international security issues.
This new decision is in addition to an agreement on trade and investment signed earlier in the year by the two countries. From the State House, Musbal and Wahab, Nta News.
Nigeria had its fair share in the economic challenges that ravaged the world post-COVID-19 era, but President Bola Tinubu is assuring that economic recovery is now on the horizon for the country. The president said these at the swearing-in ceremony of 7 new ministers in his administration this Monday. State House correspondent Musbal Wahab tells us more.
Seven new ministers chosen and deemed fit to reinvigorate the renewed hope administration in some sectors in the quest to further energize the economy of the country. Idi Mukhtar Meha is coming to pioneer the newly established Ministry of Livestock Development. Bianca Odumegu Ojukwu, Minister of State Foreign Affairs. Suwaiba Saeed, Minister of State Education. Yusuf Abdullahi Atta, Minister of State Housing and Urban Development. Jumoke Oduwole, Trade and Investment. Nentawe Yilwatda, Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, and Muhammadu Megiri Dingyadi, Labor and Employment. They are coming in as the administration strives to surmount multiple social and economic challenges, and President Bola Tinubu believes in their capabilities to join his team in the turnaround mission.
And you are called upon to join the team to rescue this country. For us, it was a challenge when a nation was servicing its debt with 97% of its revenue. It's nothing but end of the cliff. But today I can report to you that we brought that one down and it's at 65%. We have never defaulted in paying our obligations. We meet all obligations, both foreign and domestic.
But despite the current challenges, the president is certain that the much-awaited better days are much nearer.
Economic recovery is on the horizon. We have taken the bull by the horn. We stopped the scavengers. We are going to stop completely the profiteers and smugglers of our resources across the country. We are not going to run away from our responsibility. We are going to face it, and we've been facing it headlong.
We are very confident that the new persons who have been added to this team will go along with us to ensure that we move in a very meaningful and purposeful manner.
And they've been fixed in ministries that actually almost tailored to their experiences, both professionally and in life generally.
I'm bundling that sector to ensure, one, sufficient and adequate food and nutrition for the country, safe operating environment for all the stakeholders in the country, as well as making the sector very, very attractive for foreign direct investment.
We need productive jobs. And what that means is that we don't just want any jobs. We're looking for jobs that deliver value for Nigerians. In the area of services, we're competitive. Nigerian youth are extremely competitive in the tech sector. In outsourcing, you would know Outsource Global and the initiative with the Office of the Vice President. Those are the kinds of interventions that will continue to further to deliver a vibrant economy.
It's a full team again for the administration, and the renewed hope rekindled. The assignment is as huge as the hope of Nigerians. From the State House, Musbah then Wahab, Nta News.
Now, Minister of Livestock Development Nta News24 has pledged to upgrade the 417 grazing reserves in the country to boost Nigeria's prospect in the sector. At a news conference, the minister also pledged to collaborate with the private sector to seamlessly address miscellaneous challenges confronting livestock businesses in Nigeria. Kunle Ade reports.
Livestock is a sector with endless benefits. Leveraging on this, President Bola Tinubu constituted the Presidential Livestock Reforms Implementation Committee, principally to re-engineer the livestock sector. Now, the Ministry of Livestock Development has come into being.
As you are aware, livestock is not just a sector. It is a way of life for millions of Nigerians and a vital component of our food security, rural development, and cultural heritage. Our mission, therefore, is not just to grow this sector, but to transform it into a sustainable, resilient, and inclusive ecosystem for the private sector actors to thrive.
In the saddle is Nta News24, who is well grounded in livestock business. He has now pinpointed the major hurdles like the herders-farmers clash and come up with antidotes.
From smallholder farmers to large-scale producers, we shall work to create an enabling environment that allows for investment flow, climate-smart livestock farming, modernization, commercialization, and a safe operating environment.
Besides this, he itemized vaccination of animals, collaboration with other two tiers of governments, and using accurate data as top priorities. Kunle Ade, Nta News.
Now, the Court of Appeal has ordered the unfreezing of the former Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Samuel Walter Onogen's bank accounts in Standard Chartered Bank, Wuse, Abuja. This was after the court discharged and acquitted Onogen from the charges preferred against him in 2019 for not properly declaring his assets, leading to his removal from office and the freezing of Onogen's bank accounts. The consent judgment is the outcome of settlement terms reached by counsel to the federal government and the former CGN.
We have men and women of character learning who have sacrificed their life from their early age to old age to become anything in judiciary. And yet people talk flippantly, they talk recklessly concerning these eminent Nigerians. If we don't respect our judiciary in Nigeria, the whole world will not respect judiciary in Nigeria.
Former Chief Justice of Nigeria had challenged his conviction and removal from office at the Court of Appeal. Now, President Tinubu has nominated a lawyer, Sasei Fejimi Ibiyemi, as a President Electoral Commissioner representing Ondo State. A statement by the President's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, says, cleared Ibiyemi will replace another lawyer, Ni Ijalaye, who died in August while serving as the resident electoral commissioner in Ogun State. if cleared by the Senate. A BME 58 who hails from Ilaje in Ondo State is currently the Administrative Secretary of INEC in Lagos State. The statement states further that President Tinubu has also nominated Abdulrazak Yusuf Tukur as a National Commissioner for the Independent National Electoral Commission representing the Northwest. Tukur, 59, has a Bachelor of Arts from Bayero University, a postgraduate diploma in economics from Bradford University, England, and a Master of Arts from Leeds University, also in England. He began working for INEC in 1999 as Assistant Chief Administrative Officer and rose to become the Director of Electoral Operations and Logistics. He served in the later post till December 2023. Tuku will also face the Senate for clearance. You're watching the late evening news at 11 on Nta News24. More stories when we return from this short break.
From the creeks of the Niger Delta to the breathtaking scenery of the plateau, in noonday and nighttime, we set out to bring to you captivating stories that evoke your emotions. For fascinating documentaries and reports on day-to-day issues with expert analysis, tune in to Nta News24, DSTV channel 419, GoTV channel 26, StarTimes channel 101 and 433, and Free TV channel 703.
Now, Nasarawa State government has abolished local government joint account. Now, this follows the signing into law of the Nasarawa State Local Government Law 2024 by Governor Abdullahi Sule. Aliu Tijani now reports.
It is a historic event, though brief, but impactful as Nasarawa State ushers in new era that will accelerate development across local government areas. The event, which is the signing into law of the Nasarawa State Local Government Law 2024, is witnessed by Deputy Governor, Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Chief Judge of the State, members of the State Executive Council, and Chairman State Council of Chiefs, among others. Under the new law, which comes into effect immediately, the state government will not interfere in affairs of local government, thus affirming independence of each local government.
By enacting this law, we are taking decisive steps towards empowering our local government councils and freeing them from the other local laws that will contradict the Supreme Court decision, and ensuring that they operate independently and effectively in serving our local communities.
The state government will oversee the administration of development areas and ensure they are properly funded. The state government will also establish the State Economic Council with all chairmen, among others, as members. The State Economic Council will be chaired by the State Deputy Governor, Dr. Emmanuel Akabi. In Lafia, Aliu Tijani, Nta News.
Now, the House of Representatives is to engage the new Minister of Education, Finance and Budget Office next week with a view to proper solution in recruitment process and exemption of universities from IPPIS platform. Chairman House Committee of University Education, Abubakar Hassan Fulata, stated this during a rescheduled oversight to Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. National Assembly correspondent Muhammad Rabiu Ali reports.
The interface is called off, and the management of ABU hereby summoned to appear before the committee at a date to be announced later.
The rescheduled visit to Ahmadu Bello University's area was as a result of the absence of Vice Chancellor and other top management when the committee visited the university in September this year. Some anomalies in internally generated revenue and budget utilization were identified by the committee.
Our interest is the expenditure itself. Now, in most of the cases, the amount generated are not expended, leaving huge balances which are not carried over.
When we are making our submissions to the Accountant General office, we have to follow the format. That's the National Chart of Accounts. That's why we are reporting it like this. But we will report to this department in the Accountant General office so that this observation will be noted.
They call it new IPs, sir. New IPs, not giftings. Not yet on giftings.
We are missing the ministers of education.
Thank you very much. So as at now, it's not possible to recruit. There are restrictions.
The same scenario played out at the federal universities in Dusemma and Azare. The committee asked the management of Federal University of Health Sciences Azare to follow due process in recruitment and revenue spendings. For now, the committee has concluded this phase of oversight at all the federal universities, and it is expected to lay its report at plenary. Muhammad Rabiu Ali, NTA News.
Nigerian Nuclear Regulatory Authority is spearheading a regional training focused on occupational radiation protection with the aim to enhance safety standards across Africa. This initiative, in partnership with International Atomic Energy Agency, brings together experts and stakeholders from various countries to bolster understanding and implementation of radiation safety protocols in workplaces. Kenan Dulwe reports.
Training taking place in Abuja underscores Nigeria's commitment to promoting a culture of safety and compliance in handling radioactive substances. Director General of the Nigerian Nuclear Regulatory Authority, Dr. Yao Usman Idris, emphasized the importance of such regional training in building a strong, unified approach to radiation safety within Africa.
We are starting with 25 countries. You can see we have 25 countries here in Nigeria to training them on occupational exposure for industrial and also medical application of nuclear and radioactive materials. And this is just the beginning.
Participants engaged in series of discussions led by professionals in the field, covering topics such as regulatory frameworks, risk assessment, and emergency preparedness.
In the end, they have a good argument on how to optimize what options there are and which options you will choose based on the analysis that the participants made. That's actually what they will learn.
Expectations for this training basically is to learn from others and from the experts on the best practices for optimization.
The insights and collaborative efforts shared during this training are expected to enhance regulatory practices and safety measures across Africa. In Abuja, Ekene Ndulwe, NTA News.
The newly elected local government chairmen in Nasarawa State have been sworn in for a period of 3 years. Governor Abdullahi Sule tasked them on grassroots development with the implementation autonomy now enforced. Aliu Tijani reports.
Aliu Akweduma Banquet Hall is full to capacity as dignitaries and supporters converge to witness the swearing-in of newly elected local government chairmen in the state. The two former governors of the state, Senator Abdullahi Adamu and Senator Umaru Tanko Almakura, are also in attendance. With the pledge to serve and uphold the Constitution of Nigeria, the 13 elected chairmen are set for a new era of administration at the top tier of government. Governor Abdullahi Sule congratulates the chairmen and urged them to fulfill their campaign promises. He says local government chairmen cannot afford to fail in delivering good governance, especially with financial independence granted to local governments. Governor tasked them to explore other sources of revenue to improve their IGR.
The autonomy, we are optimistic that the operation of the local government council will be greatly enhanced and development will take its course at the grassroots. You must, as local government chairman, take the autonomy as an opportunity to bring dividends of democracy to the grassroots. I am hopeful that with the improved resources that will be coming to the local government councils from the federation account, the local government administration will have the wherewithal to execute programs and projects that have direct bearing on the lives of the people at the grassroots.
The governor advises them not to embark on what he calls elephant project, but must prioritize projects. For the chairman, they say the tax is enormous and daunting, but with the support of the people, they are optimistic of exceeding expectations.
We are ready to extend our loyalty 100% to you in particular and your administration general. Inshallah, we promise to be loyal, law-abiding and dedicated to the higher authorities.
The chairmen are expected to sworn in councillors in their various local governments. In Lafia, Aliu Tijani, Nta News.
And this is where the news ends. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Thank you so much, and do have a wonderful night rest.